Good morning. It is the halfway point of the trip. We are on day 8 and we are already got onto the Kopka yesterday. We got onto the headwaters of the Kopka and we are actually on the river proper now. We are finally, well, it depends on how far we get today. We may finally hit our first set of rapids, but we may not, just because we can't really go too fast. Otherwise we're going to end up at the end of the trip and have like a couple days left over. So we have been moving a lot slower just because we've had a lot of extra days, but that's fine. We've been fishing, enjoying our time at camp, so we'll just play by ear and see how it goes today. But it looks a little overcast today. Some dark clouds have moved in. We've got a tailwind though, but there could be rain coming. It did rain last night, but it wasn't much. But at least it'll be cooler today because it has been hot and humid a lot, and it'll be nice to have the cooler weather. So let's see how the day goes. We look for pictographs. These are like huge Lego blocks.
Mm-hmm. I like these ones that have broken off, you know.
Yeah.
Ah!
It's like bouncing way over there somewhere. We're getting some good feedback and echo. We've had intermittent, little bit of spitting rain, but we've had intermittent dark clouds and then sunny and hot, and then it gets cold and windy again. But I don't know what the day's eventually going to look like, but this is what we're dealing with all day. So we've come to our, it's not our first rapid. We actually ran a couple rapids before, but this one actually has a portage, and we're just going to scout it out because it looks like it's possible that we could run it. It's going to be a little bony, but we're just going to scout it down and check it out. And if it's runnable, then we will. It's a 300-meter portage. We're just parking a canoe here, and let's go take a look. The weather was all over the place, but ominous clouds, wind, and rain was the main theme that day. How do you play the Bluetooth?
Where is it?
In here.
If you power it on and hit the play button, it's going to resume.
Oh.
If it works.
Okay, we're just before Uneven Lake, and we just kind of had a bad situation. We caught a pike, and Ben was just filleting it here on this rock, and when Ben bent over, his iPhone fell into the water, and he had a hold of it. It was deep, but he had a hold of it with his feet, but he lost it. It fell out on his way up, and now it's caught somewhere deep, deeper, possibly in the mud. And we've been looking. He's been in the water for a good 5+ minutes trying to find it, but no luck. So we're trying again, but it's not looking promising.
In any case, the phone is not alive.
No?
No, because if it was, this would play.
Shoot. So we just found an amazing campsite. Well, considering everything that we dealt with just recently, this was like a blessing. Look at this. It even has a picnic table that was hewn from logs. I mean, it's a little in rough shape, but not better than anything we've seen before. But yeah, we ran the last rapid that was going into Uneven Lake, and on the map it was marked that there was a good campsite, and there was actually nothing at all. And it's unfortunate because we got there assuming that there was going to be a good site, and that's just before the rapid there. That's where Ben lost his phone, so it's kind of upsetting. And then on top of that, not having a good campsite, so we had to continue paddling down Uneven Lake, which has been kind of hairy right now because the wind and rain has been coming down in sheets. and we just passed this island and we came across this nice campsite. So it's been a little relief, and we're happy that we found something like this, considering everything that's been going on. So looks like we'll probably set up our tent up here and get comfortable down there. What's that?
It's sloped, but the whatever juice that are boiling out of it. This will be dry, obviously.
Yeah. So this is day 8. We decided to smoke pike. We didn't have any luck catching pickerel. We've been talking about smoking pike, so we've done this years ago on the Romaine. We decided to do it with a smaller pike tonight. We'll give it a couple of hours, and it's actually turning a nice color and probably already well smoked, but we're going to give it a little extra time, and it should be nice and delicious. Day 8 was a mixed bag, with bad weather, not being able to find campsites, and even losing an iPhone. But we enjoyed running our first rapids on the Kopka River and ending the day on a great campsite with a smoked pike. Just landed on a beach oasis. We're on Uneven Lake, which is a big lake and very uneven, but we did see a big lodge down there with several cabins, and it was actually in very good shape. But we saw this long beach and we decided to check it out and check it to see if it's campable, but it's not, so we're gonna continue on. So it is 5:30 and we are back on the Kopka River. We just ran a little swift, and we actually see a boat here. We were hoping that there was going to be a campsite here, but there's nothing. We were going based on the map and looking for a campsite that doesn't exist again. And this is already twice we were going based on the map and not finding any evidence of any campsite. So unfortunately, we're searching again past the distance that we're supposed to go today, and from henceforth I think we're just gonna go the approximate distance we need to cover each day, and if we find a campsite we're gonna stay and not so much put our faith in the map and the information that's there. So it's unfortunate, but burned twice, and we don't want to get burned again. So we just had a nice set of rapids. It's probably a class 2 tech. So we're gonna run it. We just scouted it. It looks like we got a line to follow. So wish us luck. One of the day's highlight was getting to run bigger volume rapids that were more technical. We successfully ran all of them that day. We just had a set of rapids and we're scouting it. It's a little tricky. It's got some rocks and a log, so trying to figure out which way to get through.
Let's go get this stuff.
Okay.
Well, you can do that.
All right, we made it to camp. It's a lot later than we expected, and information on the map is either wrong or just didn't exist. But thankfully we found this. Yeah, it was marked at the end of the rapids, but this is like the middle of this spot here. So thankfully we found it, and you can see it's wide open. It's not peggable because this is just a big bald rock with moss on it, but you can see the fire pit, and someone had made a blaze over there, so that's how we identified it. So we're gonna set up camp a little late than we expected, but at least we got camp.
And don't forget,
Frankie
is dessert tonight. We're gonna smoke him. He's already been drying.
He's your best friend.
He's already been drying in the sun. He's ready to go. It's going to be good.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Lots of smoke.
Yep. Slightly off to the side, but it's still getting.
Well, we can move the grill.
So we found this grill at the last lunch site, and Ben decided that he wanted to use it to smoke his Frankie, smoke Frankie tonight. So tonight we got it. He got a nice setup. We got the wire from the last campsite as well too. There was some extra around, and As you can see, we angled the grill and put some green wood over the fire, and it's smoking really nicely. We had the pike doing what this afternoon?
Drawing on the grill on the canoe.
So it looks kind of weird, but Ben descaled it, so that's why you don't really see much of the pike skin, but the skin is still on. It's just descaled, and so it had already started the drying process earlier in the day, and now we're just going to smoke it and leave it for several hours, and it should have a nice flavor by the time it's done. Nice work, Ben. As Ben continued to watch over the fish, we had a late supper that I had made as the sun set. Then, as Ben mentioned, we had a late night dessert of smoked pike.
See, I think what's happening is that the skin is locking in, like you already said, is locking in all that moisture, which we actually don't want. So we need to find the way to remove the skin if we truly want to preserve it.
And to get the smoke flavor.
And to get more smoke flavor. I'm sure lots of it still comes through, but...
Morning, it's day 10, and we're just about to set off. We're just doing a little minor repair on the canoe. We've knocked it a few times on some of the shallow like rivers and rapids and hit some rocks, so part of the skid plate broke off. So we've just cleaned it. We're gonna duct tape a little bit, just to give it a little bit added protection, just so that it would protect the hull a little better, and hopefully it'll last longer. But so we're just today's gonna be a short day. We are not gonna trust on any campsite being where it's supposed to be, but we're gonna head to Sanderson Lake. I think that's what it's called, Sanderson Lake. And it's only what, 10K?
10,
yeah. So it'll be a short day, but it's full of rapids. It's chock full of rapids from here to the lake. So it should be a fun day, but it'll give us a good test of our ability to weave through the rapids, which we've been doing really well so far. Ben and I have been pretty much hitting all the lines that we scouted and we picked, and it's been going well. So in a few minutes, we'll be on the river.
No, it's 0. Oh yeah, there it is.
Okay. All right.
So center to left to right.
Exactly.
And left of the big rock.
Right.
Capisco.
Capiche.
Yeah, I also speak Italian. Capisco. Follow this one pretty much straight down.
Yeah.
So take to the right?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, let's go into this looks really bony.
Yeah.
Let's go across.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, and then down, and I think we'll be able to bump and grind.
Okay.
We'll have to go into the center channel.
Yep.
Look at that one that got cut.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. So this is the only portage on this section of the river with all the rapids, and we tried to look for a line, but it is a little too bony and there's ledges everywhere, so we decided we'll just take the portage. Otherwise, it's a very beautiful spot. So of course it's a beautiful day as well, and there is a nice little fire pit, nice place to hang out, and there's tent pads back here. So definitely, if you're coming this way, this would be a good campsite. And tons of blueberries, like tons. We noticed on this particular section of the river how red the sand was underneath the water. It was pretty unique. Then it was time for some more rapids, threading between rocks and shallow sections.
Run it.
Yep. Yep.
Maybe on the left we can get into.
Okay.
I think that's what we should do.
And yet another, it was certainly a fun day of running rapids. It's definitely a rock in the middle.
Huh? What's that?
There's a rock in the middle, like further downstream.
Yeah. Let's not take that eddy. Let's just paddle a bit closer with lower speed.
Yeah.
River right, avoiding rocks is one rock. Start on the right, then go to center.
Yeah.
Actually, go to the left.
Yeah.
Left looks best. Okay.
Okay. Yep. If you have confidence in each other's paddling skills and scouting ability, it can make running rapids much easier and more enjoyable. The short day ended on a nice campsite on Sanderson Lake, where we did the usual chores such as cutting wood, including some washing, and then we relaxed for the rest of the day. But we had one more chore.
It's in that bag.
Yeah.
And put it in here because it's not, it doesn't have the right consistency.
So what are you making, Ben?
We are making flatbread for lunch for tomorrow because we're finally out of soft shell tortilla.
Yep. This will be a first on the trip?
First for me overall and first on this trip. Ugh.
Okay, I'll give you some flour.
I apologize in advance if it's no good. But that's at least as much bread as one tortilla shell. It's way thicker.
Yep. Then it was supper time. Yep, just spaghetti, but still one of my favorites. And that ended another great day in the boreal forest. Good morning, day 11 on the Kopka River. It's overcast today. Woke up with sun, but the clouds has come in, and there was a little sprinkling of rain, but it stopped. So today we've got a mighty distance to cover, a whole 10K, covering like crazy ass falls and portages. How long the portages? 50 meters?
40 and 50.
and maybe hopefully some rapids. We're not sure,
And
but
fish.
And fish. Our main objective today is
Operation Walleye.
Operation Walleye, because we didn't get to eat fish last night. So
Well, we did. We ate fish. We ate the smoked fish. Oh, at lunch.
we have a little dispute as to this system, but anyhow, whichever the case is, we're gonna try to catch walleye today. And anyhow, wish us luck, but it might rain, so it might not be the nicest of days. But you see, there's pretty dark clouds up there, and Benny Boy's just getting his rain jacket on, and I better too. That's the direction we're going. Here's some big pile of wolf scat, and it's pretty furry, so I don't know which furry character got eaten.
Looks like bunny fur.
Bunny fur?
I wonder if we could make a nice, like, jacket
coat?
out of it. You know, if your down jacket's getting a little thin.
Let's go look at the falls.
Yeah.
Nice big rock here, erratic. It's huge. I don't know if this was the best way to go, but we'll see. You think it's a class 3?
I don't know. He's
I know. He's like. After portaging around the falls, we fished below the rapids and did manage to catch some walleye and pike. So we left the pickerel skin on the rock there, and the seagull's been eyeing it. Oh, he's going up. Oh, he's going in.
Oh, he's looking at it.
He's gonna take it. There he goes.
Oh, he's gonna gobble it down.
Oh yeah, he just swallowed it.
Woo!
That was fast.
You got it, dude. You go, big boy. Oh.
Oh, he's picking at it. Oh yeah, he's pulling the entrails. He just swallowed a bunch.
I just saw more entrails. Oh no, those are the bones. The
Small pieces. Oh, he just swallowed a small piece?
Yeah.
That was probably the ones with this. See, I don't think he's hitting the skin because he knows he's got
there's better stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, he's taking the...
So we're taking all the remaining meat and taking all the entrails.
Yeah. Oh, he's pulling entrails for sure.
We got a new friend, Joseph the Ringo.
Yeah, he's pulling stuff off.
He's gonna be here until there's nothing left. You know that, right?
Just at a campsite that's marked good. It is a beautiful point, as you can see here. and got some tailwind. But the interesting thing here is that some camp must have left their one again here for some reason or other. Didn't want to carry it, I'm not sure. You can see the handles here and some plastic in there. But I don't know the reason. There's nothing in there, so they either busted and they decided not to take it any further. But have some lunch and we're going to continue on. Next, we came to our second falls, which we portaged around after some time searching for it. Found a bunch of yummy raspberries. Look at this. Yummy.
Oh, they're good.
Oh,
They're good.
we're just at a falls where there's portaging 100 meters. Check it out. Log jam, ledges, logs. There's some more raspberries. That's where Ben's going right now. We then continued on our way and even got to run some more rapids.
More to the right. And down. More left, rock
Yep.
to rock on the right.
Yep. If you're confident in your ability, you can see how much time and effort you can save by scouting as you go.
Sharp, turn sharply to the right.
Yeah.
Don't see any major problems so far. Let's get a little closer.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do it.
Yep.
Land to the right.
Along the way, there was more fish to be had. So we're on this no-name lake, and we came upon this small island with interesting table structure. It looks like it's in great shape. 3 walleyes for the day. We caught 2 pretty much almost in succession, so we've got a good fish fry for tonight. Now we're supposed to go further, but we're probably just gonna try to find a campsite. I mean, there's no rush in us because we're so ahead of schedule. So if we find something nice, we're gonna probably just settle in for the night. Okay, so I don't know what time it is, but it's probably around. Did you see the time?
No.
Anyhow, so we just came to the mainland off that small island, and we saw a fire pit here, and it's a nice mossy campsite in the back here, and a nice fire pit here, as you can see here. And so we are going to stay here. Check this view out. It's gorgeous. Clouds have kind of come over, and it's overcast a little bit now, but still really nice here with the view. So we're gonna get set up, and we're gonna have a fabulous dinner over the fire, cooking up the pickerel. So it'll be good. We're gonna have that with mashed potato tonight. So it'll be stuffed. It'll be yummy.